Genuine first impression. So pretty tasty?
Yeah, I like it.
Ooh.
Tasty.
Yeah.
It had to be on burger before. Delicious.
Ooh. Tasty? Okay. What's Travis' first impression? All right. What's up, Veggie Outers? We are at Itso Vegan, and we're about to give them a review based on the price, how tasty was the food, the customer service, and the overall atmosphere. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. Okay, Janelle, what did you think of your food on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, it was excellent. I would say it was an 8.
Okay, cool, cool. And what do you think of the customer service that we received?
It was good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give?
I'd say it's probably like a 6.
Okay. Do you have any other commentary since it's a 6?
No, I was surprised that it was just a, walk up and order. That was it, really.
Okay. And in terms of how much you paid for what you got, what would you rate the price on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think it's pretty average with the prices that I've been seeing recently at restaurants, so it was good.
So would you give it a 10, a 9, 8, like number-wise?
I'd say it's probably like a 7.
Okay. And what would you give the overall atmosphere of the place on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, I like the vibe, and I thought it was cool that they have a Bitcoin ATM.
So everyone knows she's talking about this. Yeah, way to bring the 21st century into the restaurant. Right?
That's right, that's right.
Okay. So number-wise, what would that be?
Oh, I'd give it like a 9 for the vibe. Yeah.
All right. So, what would you give your food on a scale of 1 to 10?
What I got today, I say a 7 because it was good. It's not my favorite thing here though. It was the Philly cheesesteak with mac and cheese. I think the mac and cheese is a little spicier than I like, but I haven't been able to find a vegan mac and cheese in any restaurant that isn't a little spicy. I'm one of those traditional mild mac and cheese kind of lovers, I guess. So it's not my favorite way to make mac and cheese. The Philly cheesesteak was good. I just give it a 7 because it's just not my favorite. My favorite thing, I've been here a number of times, my favorite is the Salisbury steak, but I wanted to try something different. So, but I give that meal a 7, but the food overall, since I've tried like half the menu, I give the food overall more like an 8.
Okay. And
and the chocolate cake was excellent. I have to say that. I have to say chocolate cake is excellent.
Okay. And what would you give the customer service on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I mean, they've changed the way they do it. You have to go up to the front to order. But I mean, they take care of you, so I guess an 8.
Okay. And what would you rate the price on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's gone up since I've been, but then everything's gone up. I guess I can't fault them for that, like everything's more expensive. It's a little high, but I mean, you get a lot of food. So I guess an 8 for that too.
Okay. And how do you feel about the atmosphere of the place?
I like it. I gotta say, I have no complaint. I like the big windows. The music's a little loud, but for what we do, you know, the talking, we've been able to converse and everything. And the decor is really, you know, attractive. And I guess a 10 for that.
So, man, what would we give the food on a scale of 1 to 10?
This one, well, this is the only thing I've ever got here because I love it, so I give it a 10.
Biased, but it's worse.
Yes. Because I love the shrimp. I don't know how they get that texture, but that shrimp is excellent.
All right. And what would you give the customer service on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd give it probably a 9 because you do have to go up and order and then come sit down and wait for them to bring it to you rather than having a, you know, someone, you know, waiting on you at the table. But yeah, that's fine.
And what would you give the price on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would give the price, I give the price a 10 because I think it's comparable to other vegan restaurants and you get a lot of food.
Cool. And what would you rate the atmosphere?
I give the atmosphere probably a 9. It does, I don't know if it's just because of where we're sitting that the music's very loud, but that's the only thing I have to say anything negative is that the music is a little too loud for talking when you're with people.
Ready?
Yep.
Hi. This is Jan or Jeanette, and we are here at Itso Vegan. And this week we've eaten here 3 times, and we've had nachos 3 times this week, and chocolate cake twice. So as always, we give it a 10. And I used to eat here almost every day when they first opened up, so I'll give it a 10. The music is always a little bit too loud for me. Maybe that's because I'm older, I'm not sure. But I love the food, I love the price.
Okay, Travis, what do you think of your food on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give it a 9.
And what would you rate the customer service?
Well, it's kind of changed up a little bit. I guess I'll give it a 9.
And how about that price?
It was a pretty nice size portion to the price ratio, so I'll give it a 9 too.
And how do you feel about the atmosphere?
It's a pretty nice atmosphere. Music is a little bit up. Maybe it could be turned down a little bit. But besides that, I'll give it a 9.
Okay, so he's a 9 across the board.
Yes, sir.
All right, Candace, what do you think of your food on a scale of 1 to 10?
9.
Okay. And how about that customer service? How you feel about that?
I actually don't like that I have to go up there to place an order. Like, I'd rather be waited on, so I'm going to give that a 9.
And how do you feel about the price on a scale of 1 to 10?
I thought it was a bit overpriced, to be honest. 8. I would say an 8.
We finally have broken the 9 trend. All right. And how do you feel about the atmosphere?
Music is a bit loud, but 9. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, Michelle, how do you feel about your food? What are you giving on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd say an 8. I love that there were mashed potatoes, which is hard to find for vegan. And I also like that there were sweet potatoes, because that's something I haven't had for quite a while. And they did a good job. They weren't too sweet. They were just right.
Okay. And what would you rate the customer service?
It's a kind of a sit down, serve yourself kind of restaurant. So there wasn't a lot of service, but it was good for what we got.
What would you give it number-wise on a scale of 1 to 10?
9.
Okay. And what would you give the price that you paid on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd say a 9 because I think we all got really generous portions. And we have boxes that we're taking home. So for 2 meals, I got a good deal.
Cool. And what would you give that atmosphere on a scale of 1 to 10?
A 10. I like the atmosphere. Actually, I was thinking this could be a really fun place to do like a team trivia or a music bingo night, especially if they add alcohol in the evening. And
I feel like you hacked into Travis's mind. We talked
really?
about this
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 votes.
Sup, Veggie Outers. So I actually did not get a chance to record myself during the review, so I'm giving my numbers right here. So I'm going to start getting just a tad bit more critical of vegan restaurants because we want to get some awesome feedback. We want to give some awesome feedback in the categories that we've listed. So for me, I would give the food a 10 because there's a big variety of things that you can order. And I am very big on having soy-free options. And obviously, Itso Vegan's menu actually does have a variety of things. Some has soy in it, but some doesn't. And that's pretty big for me nowadays. So food gets a 10. As far as the price, the inflation of the restaurant industry has gone up. That might have something to do with the pandemic. It might not. Not sure. But they are more expensive than the last time we visited them. So I'm going to give them a 9 because of that fact. Now, customer service. This will have to drop a little because I'm actually not the biggest fan of having to go up and do stuff too. At least when it's dining in. When you're picking up, it doesn't matter. But dining in, I'd rather have the option of a server coming to serve you. So I'm going to give them an 8 on customer service. In terms of atmosphere, this is going to be my lowest category because during the, it might have been during the review or sometime during the meetup, the music was kind of loud, but it wasn't too loud. But it started getting a little louder, like piece by piece, to the point that when it was time to go, it was pretty loud. It was starting to reach that point where you got to talk over the music to communicate with each other, which is something I don't care for. But the level it was at when we went in there, I would have deemed acceptable, but it just kept rising. So I'm actually going to have to give it a 7 on atmosphere for that alone. Like if the music would have stayed at the level it was at when we got there, atmosphere would have easily been a 9. But, being able to talk to each other is a big deal. So with that being said, that covers our review, our updated review of Itso Vegan. Be sure to check out the website for more reviews on vegan restaurants and restaurants with vegan options, and keep your eyes peeled for the next announcement of the next meetup. Catch y'all later.